value is minus 1. Sine 360 degrees value is 0. Sine minus pi by 2. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta minus 1. Sine 180 value is 0. 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Minus of minus plus 1. Sine 260 degrees value is 0. Now verify graph sheet. This is graph sheet. Okay, sine 0 degrees value is 0, sine 90 degrees value is 1, sine 180 value is 0, 3 pi by 2 value is 270 degrees is minus 1, sine 360 degrees value is 0, sine of minus theta value is minus sine theta, sine of minus pi by 2 value is minus 1, sin 180 value is 0. Sin 3 pi by 2 is minus of minus plus 1. Sin 260 degrees value is 0. So now verify graph sheet. Your highest boundary value is 1. Lowest value is minus 1. Minimum value minus 1. Maximum value plus 1. This is sine function boundaries. Understood? Next two. Cos. Now, cos 0 degrees value is 1. Cos 90 value is 0. 180 degrees value is minus 1. So cos of minus theta value is plus cos theta. Sin of minus theta minus sin theta. Cos of minus theta plus cos theta minus pi by 2. Cos of minus pi by 2 is also equal to cos 90. Cos 90 value is 0. Next, minus pi. Cos 180 value is minus 1. So cos of minus pi is also equal to cos pi. Cos 180 value is minus 1. Minus 1. So graph sheet, this tarah graph. But this is passing through the origin. This is not passing through the origin. But your highest boundary plus 1, least boundary minus 1, minimum value minus 1, maximum value plus 1. Understood? Graph sheet. Right. Rough diagram. This is sin x. Reverse sin inverse x. This is sin x graph. Sin inverse x graph is also same diagram. Here angles on x-axis, values on y-axis. Sin inverse means values are x-axis, angles are y-axis. This is for only rough diagram. This is not required for subjective. Sin 0, 0. Sin 30, 1 by 2. Sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. Sin 90 is 1. The graph of the sin x function, x-axis angles and y-axis values, numerical values. Sin inverse x function is reverse. Then x-axis numbers, y-axis angle. Same graph, ulta. But these graphs are not required for public examination. Just understand the process. Now listen. Domain and range. Listen. Sin inverse of x, cos inverse, tan inverse, cot inverse, cosecant inverse, secant inverse. So domain of sin inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, secant inverse x. Okay? Listen. Domain of sin inverse of x. So sin inverse x graph is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1. Here y-axis, negative direction of x, y-axis, minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi. 0 value is 0. 90 degrees value is 1. 180 value is 0. 3 pi by 2 value is minus 1. 260 value is 0. Minus pi by 2 value is minus of minus plus 1. 180 value is 0. Minus of 0 is also nothing but 0. 3 pi by 2 value is minus 1. 260 is 0 minus 0. Now line joining all the points. This is 260, 360, 0, 3 pi by 2, minus 1, 180, 0, pi by 2, plus 1, 0, minus 1, 0 value 0, minus 90, minus 1, 180, 0, 3 pi by 2, minus 1 minus half, plus 1, 260, 0. This is the inverse of sine, inverse sine, arc sine, sine inverse of x graph. Here, verify the graph sheet, minimum value, minus 1. Verify the graph sheet, maximum value, plus 1. This is the domain. Domain means numerical values. Range means angles. Understood? So similarly, cos inverse, tan inverse, cosecant inverse, secant inverse graph, same procedure, substituting. But this is not required for public examination. Only table practice. Domain of sin inverse x answer, minus 1 to plus 1. Minimum value, minus 1. Highest boundary, plus 1. This is the range. Principal branch value, range, minus 1 to plus 1. Here, cos inverse answer is also same, minus 1 to plus 1. Tan inverse answer, R. Cot inverse answer, R. Same diagram, first piece same. Cosecant inverse formula, R minus open intervals of minus 1 to plus 1. Secant inverse also minus 1 to plus 1. First two answers, minus 1 plus 1. Next two answers, tan inverse and cot inverse, R. The domain of cosecant inverse and secant inverse answer, minus 1 to plus 1. R minus 1 to plus 1 by using similar graph, but it is not required, just a table practice. Range, minus 1 to plus 1. 0 in the start. First value, minus pi by 2. Next value, pi by 2. This is the range. Sin minus 1. Minus 1 satisfied angle, minus 90. Plus 1 satisfied angle, plus 90. Sin 90 degrees value is 1. Sin minus 90 degrees value is minus 1. Same. Cos function, 0 degrees value is 1. Cos 180 degrees value is minus 1. So 0 and 180. Cos 0 degrees value is 1. Cos 180 degrees value is minus 1. Range means minimum value to maximum value. Minimum value to maximum value. That's why minimum value is 0, maximum value is pi. These two answers practice, remaining answers easy. How? Same diagram. This is real closed. Real numbers means minus infinity to plus infinity. That's why open intervals. Real values always open intervals. Same angles apply. Minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. Next angle 0 comma pi. Next two, another two. Same answer as it is write down. Closed intervals of minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2 minus 90 to plus 90. All the values are satisfied except 0. Cosecant 0 degrees value is not defined. You know already. Minus 90 to plus 90 minus 90 minus 60 minus 45 minus 30 0 30 45 60. Each and every value is satisfied except 0. That's why cosecant 0 degrees value is not defined. That's why 0 degree. Next, same diagram. 0 comma pi. Even minus symbol, minus. One value is not defined in the secant function. 90 degrees is not defined. That's why answer is pi by 2. This is the domain and range of inverse trigonometric functions. Once again explain, listen. Students, actually graph sheets is there, but graph sheets is also not required. Only table practice. Okay, you know graph all the problems similar 0 to 90 180 270 360 substitution values. Sine function means sine value write down, cos function means cos value substitution, tan function means tan value is defined. So sine inverse cos inverse answer response minus 1 to plus 1. This is also minus 1 to plus 1. Tanu cot r. Next to cosecant secant inverse r minus open intervals of minus 1 to plus 1. This is first line. Second one, you know already. Minus 1 satisfies sine function, minus 90. 1 satisfied, plus 90. Cos 180 value, minus 1. Cos 0 degrees value, 1. 0 to 180. 0 to 180. 180 means pi. This line practice, same answers next write down. Real numbers means open intervals. Same as it is angles write down. Minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. 0 comma pi. Closed intervals, open intervals. Next two lines, closed interval. Closed intervals of same angles. Minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Minus one angle minus 90 to plus 90, each and every angle is defined except 0. That's why your substitution 0 degree. Next 0 comma pi. One angle is not defined, that is pi by 2. Understood students? Right now. This is a domain. This is the range. Another name is called as principal branch value. Principal branch value. This is also equal to, this is also nothing but range. But don't practice graphs. It is not required. Only table enough. 4. Next, type 1. Sine inverse of minus x is equal to minus sine inverse of x. Type 1 formulas. Sine tan inverse of minus x formula is minus tan inverse of x. Cosecant inverse of minus x formula is minus cosecant inverse of x. This is type 1. Next to type 2. Type 2. Total how many trigonometry, inverse trigonometry functions? 6. This is sine inverse of minus x minus sine inverse of x. Tan inverse of minus x minus tan inverse of x. Cosecant inverse of minus x minus cosecant inverse of x. Type 1 formulas. Next to cos inverse of minus x. Next to secant inverse of minus x. Cot inverse of minus x. Pi minus cos inverse of x. Pi minus secant inverse of x. Pi minus cot inverse of x. Okay. 3 formulas minus outside. Another 3 formulas pi minus. Sin inverse of minus x formula minus sin inverse of x. Tan inverse of minus x formula is minus tan inverse. Cosecant inverse of minus x formula minus cosecant inverse of x. Cos secant to cot inverse of negative value